Hi guys, it was pouring down with rain when we were getting ready to leave our hotel in Flensborg, so we waited a bit until it got better, but rain gear was definitely on. It was a bit less rain when we left the hotel. We drive through Flensborg towards a motorcycle gear shop. We come to the Lewis shop in Flensborg. Pretty good shop with good selection of stuff. I will definitely visit the Lewis shop again. That's a nice set of bikes. We leave the Lewis shop happy. Some of us got some stuff they had probably been needing all their lives. We continue riding through Flensborg, aiming for the Autobahn. Some blue skies there. And now we get on the Autobahn. You see it has been raining a lot, as the roads are really wet. It's a bit drier when we get to the Danish border. And now we have crossed into Denmark. It looks like the weather is clearing up a bit as we ride northbound. Bikes were getting thirsty, so we stopped at this petrol station in Kolding. After filling up, we go to the motorway again. This is a motorway day, nothing on the agenda other than getting to Hirtshals, as our ferry is leaving from there tomorrow morning. We are now crossing the bridge across Seyðisfjörður. We did that southbound in episode 3. We can see the town of Vejle there in the distance. Then we see this airplane by the road, but no airport inside. Lunchtime. Not looking long for a place to have lunch this time. We are having industry food for the first and only time during this trip. After lunch, it's still rain gear on, and it's better to have everything perfectly set up. We are expecting heavy rain showers ahead. And it looks like some serious rain ahead. We are off the motorway north of Aalborg. We have enough time and take the last kilometers on country roads. Here we have stopped at a petrol station before going further north. It looks dry and nice at the moment, but dark clouds ahead. Suddenly it's pouring down with rain. Then we have a lightning. And another lightning. Then it cleared up a bit when we came to our hotel. I'm sorry for the foggy lens. The hotel was fully booked. There are some ferries leaving tomorrow, so no vacancies. We were lucky to book in advance, so we got a room and we made it in good time to the hotel. And we got some decent parking for our bikes. After a good Danish breakfast the next morning, it's dry but windy and a bit nippy, and we set off to our ferry. I wonder if the trike is going on our ferry to Iceland. I think not, at least I did not see it on the ferry. There was another trike on the Stelvio in episode 17, also blue, but completely different. This is the queue for the ferry. It turned out to be the queue for a ferry to Sweden or Norway, and we are not going there, so we turned away for a while. We drove towards Hirtshals and found this shop. Decided to go there and check it out. Some decided to go in for shopping, but some waited outside. Shopping done, time to check out the ferry queue again. We have a brand new queue for the ferry now. This is the correct queue this time, and we are supposed to go to lane 4. And there we are at lane 4. After a long wait, the queue was finally moving, and we could check in at the booth. We have checked in, and we are going to lane 1 this time. After a short wait at lane 1, we are allowed to board the ferry. I wonder why the ferry staff always want to stuff the bikes so close together that it's almost not possible to get the luggage off or to tie down the bikes. And it's a bit chaotic when everyone is trying to fasten their bikes and getting their stuff off the bikes. When we had found our cabins, cars were still boarding the ferry. It's windy and we can see the waves outside the harbor. Wonder if it's going to be a bumpy ride. Then we set off and say goodbye to Denmark. A beautiful sunset seen from Norrøna. On the way out, the sea was completely calm the whole way, but we had some waves on the way north. It was so much that we were a bit worried about our bikes. I noticed some people got seasick, but we just had fun on the way. Now we have the Faroe Islands in sight. And we sail into Tórshavn. This is Tórshavn. We were not allowed to go ashore in Tórshavn. The stop was only about an hour to let people and vehicles off and board new ones. Bunch of bikes boarding there. We were allowed to check on our bikes during the stop though. And we leave the Faroes and head to Iceland. The next day we started to see the coast of Iceland. Dalatangi Lighthouse is on the far eastern coast of Iceland. It's possible to get there in summertime on gravel road. Sailing in Seyðisfjörður. Clear and bright weather today. Seyðisfjörður town ahead. Soon we will be called down to the car deck to get ready to leave the ferry. It's crowded on the car deck. It's time to leave, down the ramp and out of the ferry. Back to Iceland. Iceland greets us with beautiful weather, but not too warm. Queuing for customs. There are many bikes coming to Iceland with the ferry this time. Nothing to declare. We go to the hostel where we stayed in episode 2. We left some warm clothes there, and there is need for them now. In the next episode, we leave Seyðisfjörður, we get freezing cold and add layers, and we drive some landslide roads.